This last quarter-final underway. Kirsten Penny, the last woman standing, up against Chris Barnes, the legend from the PBA in the USA. What a match we've got in prospect. Cass Edwards alongside me in the commentary booth. And I'm delighted to say we're also joined by the 2007 World Tenpin Masters winner, Jason Belmonte. Hi, Jason.
How you going, boys?
Forward to
it's all good.
seeing whether Kirsten Penny can deal with what Chris Barnes is going to throw at her.
Well, judging on the performances so far, I would actually have to say that Kirsten might have to be the favourite. Her ball reaction is phenomenal. And, well, talking to Chris, he agrees, you know. He said that I'm going to have to strike a lot because Kirsten has proven that she can.
Yeah, score of 504 in her first match over 2 games. That's a 250 average, so look out, Chris Barnes.
Well, she's going to need a few more strikes than that to beat this man. Chris Barnes, 38 years of age now. 300 game, he's bowled it 80 times. That's just a phenomenal stat. And well, he's a man that produces a tour average on one of the toughest tours in the world at 223. But he too will be feeling he's going to have to go better than that if he's going to get over the demands of Kirsten Penny in this last quarter-final. The last of our quarter-finals, England's Kirsten Penny up against the USA's Chris Barnes. Both players with a good record in this tournament and both players coming into it in super form. It'll be Kirsten Penny then to get things underway. We've been very impressed with the way that she's bowled so far. She just seems to have come to this tournament far more relaxed, far less critical of her own ability out on the lane, and just seems to be getting on with things positively. But that's what the odd big paycheck does. In the last 12 months of bowling, she's had a few of those, but that's not the start she wanted.
If you just see, that's probably not the best angle to see it from, but the release point there was well wide of her ankle. Normally she's very close to her left ankle.
Yeah, just the 5 and the 8 pin standing up. Should be a straightforward spur for Kirsten. And takes it away quite nicely.
So KP, as she's known, opens up with a spare. Let's see what Chris Barnes, son of Jor-El, as he's known, which equates basically to Superman. That's who Jor-El's son is. Let's see what he's got for us with his first delivery. Dear, he doesn't like that, and just fell straight off his hand.
Yeah, absolutely. A warm-up shot that was, but he's had his warm-up shots. This one counts, and it's just got off the hand with nothing on it at all.
To be happy with the spare to start after those first 2 shots. Not the best of starts, but you know, stay clean. And when you're even after one frame,
to try and shoot the first strike of the match.
We've got a ball change straight up. She obviously didn't like the first frame at all. This ball, I think, will get down a little cleaner and have a little harder on the back.
Exactly right, Jason. That's better from Kirsten Penny. Rips the rack for her first strike of the match.
And that just shows the confidence in Kirsten. I mean, it's not easy to pick up another ball after you've probably been practicing on the lane, you know, for a good hour beforehand. And she obviously chose the first ball for a reason. And to just say, look, I don't feel comfortable with that right now, I'm just going to switch straight away. It's really hard to do, especially when you're on the one lane and you've got 2 games. You kind of want to settle into your most favourite ball. And she just said, look, this is obviously not going to work for me. I'm not going to throw it anymore. And let's pick up a new one and see how that one goes. And high flush.
Barnes too, looking to get his first strike. Away it goes. Looks more comfortable with that one. Straight into the pocket and down go the pins. So both players, after a slightly shaky start, locked in now. Here's a question ahead of Chris Barnes' next ball for you as we get this match warmed up. In what other televised sport has Chris Barnes won money? There we go. We'll leave that one. We'll leave that one until he comes back to the line next out. But if you know, you can give us a shout. But that will give you guys time to have a think about that at home. Multi-talented sportsman, Chris Barnes. Kirsten Penny coming off a great 12 months at the moment, and a lot of talk about what she can do in this match. She's been to the semi-finals before, and there is no reason why she can't do it again in this particular format. Pocket hit again, and down go the pins.
Yeah, a great double from Kirsten. Just what she needs. Off to an early lead by the third frame. Great looking shot. Nice neat, deep knee bend, steady at the line. A little bit straighter that time. Carries all 10. Simon, I'm going for the answer for the Chris Barnes question.
Go for it then.
Pole vaulting.
Good try. Slightly wide. How about yourself, Jason?
Well, Chris and I have had a chat about a few different things, and one of them comes up every now and then is golf. I know he's actually a very good golfer, but I wouldn't have thought he was up there with the Tiger Woodses. I've seen his driving game. It's definitely not as good as his bowling game.
No, his driving game's not quite there, but his putting is. He's been in a USA televised putting competition and won $7,000 prior to him going on to the PBA Tour.
Was that crazy golf, crazy putting?
No,
or?
it was the putt-putt skins competition, as it's known in the USA. As we said, the man from Wichita State University is an all-round sportsman. And that's how things stand at the moment. Kirsten Penny will be very pleased with that start. She's keeping pace with the legend, Chris Barnes. Kirsten Penny, the ball change very early on in this match, and it's worked for her. And, well, she'll stay with that, Jason, until anything else changes.
Especially if the pins keep falling over like that for her.
Yeah, absolutely. It was sort of a half-pocket shot, wasn't it? But it did carry all 10, and it's given Kirsten 3 strikes in a row, which is a great way to start. See how low the revs are, though. 370. It just goes to show you don't have to have 600 when you're in the pocket to carry all 10.
I think you'll find, Case, that was 312 RPMs.
Oh, right,
I know she hits the ball for a girl, but might need to lower those glasses a little bit.
Got me.
The comeback from Jason Belmonte. 1-1, I think, guys. Chris Barnes working on a double. Turns it into a turkey, and this match is warming up nicely.
Off the hand, us bowlers like to call that blackjack. Straight off the hand, it was going to be perfect. He knew it. The ball knew it. The crowd knew it. The pins knew it. And so did Kirsten. But that's, you know, this is going to be an unbelievable match when both players have great reactions and are both confident. You know, it's just going to be awesome for everyone here to enjoy.
Yeah, when you looked at the quarter-final draw, this was certainly the one that stood out. The battle of the sexes that this World 10-Pin Masters tournament throws up from time to time. Has again done it in the quarter-final stage, and Kirsten Penny flying the flag for girl power. She's going to need plenty of power here. She slipped at the delivery line. She's still got the strike. Well, she did it a couple of times in round 1. She's done it again in the quarter with the shot, if they're not completely settled.
I didn't see anything that could have put Chris off. Jason, any view on that one?
Oh, look, it's so quiet out there. There could have been, you know, a hint of a cough. It could have been anything. It's hard to hear. Maybe only he heard it, but that's all it takes for us, the players out there, to put us off.
Great stuff, and well worth the wait from Chris Barnes. And he turns his run into 4 strikes. Penny to respond, to try and keep this pressure on Barnes. Oh, and she does. That's great stuff from Kirsten Penny, 5 in a row.
Wow, we've got some game on here, haven't we? Great looking shot from Kirsten yet again. Rev rate down to 290. Still carries all 10, flush in the pocket. Look out, Chris Barnes.
Well, we spoke briefly about Chris Barnes' record, but the stats